Alright, where were we? As the old bastard twisted my ear all over the place, Aunt Eva snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear. Hey Rudolph, you should know better than to physically abuse your son. Gah, that hurts, Aniki. This scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size. Okay, I think that's good enough for now, Eva Nee-san. I'll make sure to stretch out his other ear later on. Oh, my apologies. I must leave some pulling for you to do, Kirie-san. Indeed. Rudolph, make sure Kirie-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay? Indeed. You're one to talk, Aniki, abusing your little brother like that. Hideyoshi Nii-san, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. All of these Nii-san and Ne-san are very difficult to throw into casual English. If you hadn't been so generous, she'd still be unsold in the store. Burn. You have my gratitude and apologies. What? Who are you calling unsold? After taking 2-3 steps back, Aunt Eva unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks. Why is that not animated? Which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. After starting out with Tai Chi Chuan for her figure, Aunt Eva then developed an interest in the Chinese martial arts. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's literally true forever. Rudolph, did you know that a single direct blow to the side of the head like that would knock you unconscious? Not so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match and my opponent was out cold. Sheesh, what a pain. I'm so sorry she can't help walking like a freak. Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi. Wahahaha, never had a brother or sister myself. So, when I see you two bickering with each other, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It sure is nice to have a big family. Oh, then why not consider making a little brother for George-kun? He's already a fine adult who's about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child. Hey, have a little sympathy for the new kid and all the pain and suffering he'd have to live through. I'm surprised even George-kun turned out as well as he did after being born from this sinister sister of mine. A loving family, and what an awesome kid he is. Please share some of that with our blockhead of a son someday, will you? I'm standing right here. That's not at all how it happened. It's thanks to Eva Nee-san's proper rearing that George-kun became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nee-san? Oh, come now, hehe, you think so? Our George still has a long way to go. Ah, by the way, how's your little Anga-chan? What? Doing? I heard she was vomiting. How the hell am I supposed to pronounce that? Oh, that's right. And I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. Is she okay? She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time. I think that's a wise move. She'll heal a lot better if she stays away from that venomous head family household. A child's health is always more important than an adult's convenience, don't you think? I know of some great medicine for vomiting colds like that. When we get back home, I'll send some to you right away, so please let her try some. Thank you very much, Hideyoshi-ni-san. I'm always in your debt. And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Eva gave Dad his just desserts for tugging on my ear. Are we still waiting for the weather report? George Aniki pointed at the counter. The checking weather sign was still stuck next to the departure times for the flight we were scheduled to board. According to Aniki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather, and it's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a sec. We are totally sure it's not gonna shake, right? From down here on the ground, it just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different up where the planes fly. The weather's a bit uncertain today. Aunt Eva looked at the TV in the lounge. The weather forecast was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region. A typhoon again? Guess there's no helping it, with the annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't he have chosen a better season? I agree. I've always hoped we could have it sometime around the Obon festival in mid-August. In that case, why don't you suggest that to Father and Nissan during the conference? Very funny. Why don't you do it yourself? Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. It doesn't really bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose it since you said you hate typhoons so much. I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the Obon festival, right? Well, you said it too last year. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit into your schedule if we had it during the Obon season? Festival? I never said anything like that. Oh yes you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that. No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time. Didn't you know? Stopping a kick just a hair's breadth away from impact is a very high level technique. Sheesh. Women your age shouldn't spread their legs like that. Oh my. Dad and Aunt Eva's argument looked no different from a couple of brats quarrelling. Even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turn right back into kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences. You're the one who looks like a real adult, analysing it all calmly. I hope I never turn out like that old bastard. I'd much rather end up as an intellectual adult like you, Aniki. Indeed. Like me? Oh, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. I think you've far surpassed me on all of those counts, Battler-kun. I'm sure you'll outstrip me fast enough when you become an adult. George Aniki scratched his head and laughed, as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course, he was just being humble. Aniki entered a university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the same time, studying both academics and how to become a business emperor in parallel. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide, piling up a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own, and build up his own kingdom. Aniki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives towards his goal. It's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aniki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky, idle high school life to the max. I've got no dreams for the future. I'd like to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in. But of course, that could never happen. When Aniki was my age, he had already formed an impressive objective and had started devoting himself towards studying for that goal, so I guess I can't compare at all. My dad just says, "Sure, you can study at my company, if you like cleaning toilets." Damn it, I'm not going to be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. If only willpower was all it took to become an adult. Should I go on one of those self-searching journeys that are all the rage these days? Well, it's not like I could mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late. Oh ho! If it isn't Rosa-san! Maria-chan, long time no see. Long time no see. Hey, it's that kid. Ooh. Oh god, do I have to act all of that out? Maria! Shouldn't that be, "It's good to see you again"? Greet your uncle properly. Ooh. Same. "It's good to see you again." There you go. Well said. How about some candy as a reward? Oh, huh? Where'd I put it? Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. It's been too long, Kirie-ne-san, Hideyoshi-ni-san. And... oh my, Battler-kun. Look how big you've gotten. Ah, come on, ha ha ha. It's embarrassing hearing that from every person I meet. Are we ever going to leave this airport? Hey, Rosa, you're late. If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it. I'm sorry. We had some trouble making our train connection. So, are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. Even if we're kept waiting here for an hour, it's still much faster overall. Maria-chan's gotten huge too. So how tall are you now? Ooh. So how tall am I now? Maria-chan parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must change every month. Give it a few more years and she'll suddenly start looking feminine. Okay. Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right? Ooh. I think she's grown a lot since last year. Let's see, she turned 9 years old this year, didn't she? 9 years old. Ooh. That's right, you're 9 years old now. Glad to see you're doing well too, Maria-chan. Up you go. I guess you've gotten a bit too heavy to play airplane with. George Aniki, what a rude thing to say to a lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go. Ooh. Oh god. When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, staring suspiciously at my face. Kick him. Ah, that's right. The last time I met Maria, it was 6 years ago and she was only 3 years old. Jeez. Of course, she doesn't remember my face. Maria-chan, Don't you remember? It's Battler-kun. You used to play together, remember? Probably not. Ew. No surprise, I guess. The last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age. She must know everyone's face apart from mine because she meets them every year. But I haven't had contact with the Ushiromiya family for about 6 years now. So it's no surprise that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of me. Even I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby. Maria, this is Battler Oni-chan. God, there's so many names. Rudolph Nii-san's son. Understand? Not really. The brother's son is... The brother is the son. Question mark? Ew! That ooh sound was probably her brain going into overload at that complicated explanation. Same. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni or Oni, the title you'd use to refer to an actual older brother, can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's only a bit older than you. Thank you for the explanation, game. I did not know that. Sarcasm, by the way. It's just like ne or one, the word for big sister. Maria-chan. Oh, can't we just use their names? This is Battler-kun. He's your cousin, like me. Like George Oni-chan. Battler. Cousin. Ooh. Oh, save me. That's right. You got it. This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him. For someone who isn't married, he's just great at dealing with kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future. Battler Oni-chan. Maria looked straight at me with a questioning expression, as though asking whether it was okay to call me that. Yep, that's me, Battler. Nice to meet you, Maria. Ooh, Battler. Maria, you mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan. Goodness me, that's alright, Aunt Rosa. I don't sweat the small stuff. Hey, Maria, we're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right? Oh, please. Battler, Battler, Battler! Ooh! That's right. Maria, Maria, Maria! Ooh, ooh. Oh, God. We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a big new friend, but things will probably work out as we get to know each other again. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remembered her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still the pure, innocent girl I remember. Her name is written... Okay, I can read this one. Malia. Of course, Malia is pronounced Maria. I'm pronouncing it the English way. The third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. I guess. Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking, but that's just how she looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. I've already forgotten everybody's names and relationships. Rosa is written, wow. Rosa, okay. Here's a name that's totally not Japanese, yeah. Sorry to say it, but her name's almost as ridiculous as Dad's. There's like 2 people here that have a Japanese name. I've got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. When I think about it, all the names in my family sound foreign. Just why is grandfather so obsessed like that? Beatrice! Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with this weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's a relief compared to the other family members. The old bastard and Aunt Eva have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense amongst all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who'll always be on the kids' side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Okay, now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as though it had waited for us all to arrive, an announcement rang out through the lobby. Finally. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for Flight 201 to Nijima. We ask that the passengers please form 2 lines in front of the counter, behind the white line. Rosa, you still haven't gone through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up. Oh no! Maria, come on. Ooh! We had to go through a metal detector before going out on the runway. Our small plane wasn't as massive as an international flight, but it was still a plane. A staff member holding a metal detector checked us all. Ah yes, security. Once all of us cleared the check, we followed the staff member out onto the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is in the Ushiromiya family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. I mean, can't they afford it? Our group stopped in front of the entrance to the airplane. I appreciate these graphics. Then our guide turned around and spoke, looking down at the passenger list as he did, probably wondering why all these foreign names. Boarding will now commence. As I call out the names on the passenger list, please take your seats in order, starting from the front row on the right side and going right to left, then on to the next row. I will now begin reading the passenger list. Ushiromiya Hideyoshi-sama. Oh, I'm first. Right here. By the way, do you have some candy ever? I've been looking all over for some, but I can't find any. Ushiromiya Eva-sama. They're in my handbag. I'll get one once we're inside the plane. I've heard that candies are a good way to protect your ears from hurting because of variations in atmospheric pressure when landing or taking off. That's a big sentence. That's probably what they're talking about. Hope I get a window seat. Ha ha ha, don't worry. There aren't any other kinds of seats. As George Aniki said, there were apparently only 2 lines of seats. So this is what a small plane is like. We are totally sure it's not gonna shake, right? Ushiromiya George-sama. Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. It won't shake too much. Ushiromiya Battler-sama. Aniki, what do you mean, not too much? You can just swim if you fall from a boat, but if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes in our seats, don't we? Wait, we don't? Ushiromiya Rudolph-sama. Come on, Battler. Stop standing there slack-jawed and get in. Ow! Dad! Don't push me! We don't get parachutes! Ushiromiya Kirie-sama. Okay, you two, stop fooling around. Let's move in. Let's move on in. Ow, Kirie! Don't push me! This blockhead isn't moving. This is my favorite family. Ushiromiya Maria-sama! Ooh! Let's move on in! Ushiromiya Rosa-sama! Maria! Be quiet. Oh, she's overbearing. Alright, we're in. This is your pilot, Kawabata. We'd like to thank you for taking New Tokyo Aviation's Flight 201 today. We estimate that the flight to Nijima Airport will take about 20 minutes. We are receiving reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking of the aircraft, so that we ask that you do not unfasten your seatbelts after takeoff. Aniki, did that guy just say we needed to wear seatbelts? In a jumbo jet, they let you undo them after takeoff, right? So it's gonna shake so much we can't take them off? Damn it, you tricked me! It is going to shake after all! Where are the parachutes? I knew I should have taken the boat! Rip. Legend of the Golden Witch. Ushiromiya Battler. Ushiromiya George. Ushiromiya Jessica. Wait, who's Jessica? Ushiromiya Maria. There was a Jessica? Wait, what? Oh, there's lots of names. Okay. Kinzo, Kraus, Eva, Natsuhi, Hideyoshi. Who's Kraus? Rudolph, Rosa, Kirie. Oh, lots of people. Shannon, Cannon, Genji, Chio, Toshiro. Oh, that looks pretty. It's taken us 2 episodes to finally reach the island. Finally, we are here. Should have taken the boat. The boat. Fall! Fall! Ooh! Maria, that's enough. But what a surprise. I thought there was nothing that could scare Battler-kun. I feel you, brother. I hate planes too. This guy can't handle vehicles for some reason. Always yells about falling and sinking and stuff. You're a disgrace of a man, you are. Ah, shut up. That thing was seriously shaking way too much. I just got a little stressed since it was my first time on a small plane like that. You call that a little stressed? Sounds like it'd be fun to take an overseas vacation with you, Battler-kun. Would you like to go to Egypt with your aunt? I would. Hell yeah. You get to ride a plane for a full 14 hours as rookie numbers. Ha 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 ha. There's a good plan. Battler-kun, you should let Evan Nair-san toughen you up some. Still, it's so hilarious. Ha 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 ha. Wah ha 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 ha. Now. Everyone's got their own strong and weak points. I like this dude. It's bad to laugh at him. Dad, you're laughing too. Hey, Maria-chan, you shouldn't laugh anymore. Shouldn't laugh anymore? Ooh! Gah, damn it. Is being scared of planes really such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now. Tuh. We split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbour. From there on, we would be taking a boat to the island. Oh, there's more travel. The islands are right next to each other, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was a leisurely 30 minutes to the island. Holy crap, they've spent like their entire life getting there. When we reached the pier where the boat to the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us. George Nee-san! Alright, actually, I'm going to end this episode right here. And I'll see you again in the next one.